Here's the truth. 95% of creative businesses have a hidden financial leak. Every single month you delay plugging it, you accept a silent pay cut that chips away at your future. By year's end, that hesitation easily becomes a $10,000 plus mistake, money just left on the table. Stop accepting this as the cost of being creative. Together, in the next few minutes, I'll show you how to find this hidden enemy and take back what's yours. Before we dive in, I want to be crystal clear. I'm a financial educator, not a licensed financial advisor. The ideas we talk about here are for educational purposes, to help you build awareness and ask better questions. This isn't personalized financial advice, so please always consult with a qualified professional for your unique situation. Okay, let's get into it. The hidden enemy isn't a complex spreadsheet or a market downturn. It's a belief. A deeply ingrained story we tell ourselves as creatives, that art and commerce are two separate, warring worlds. We think we have to choose between being the pure, passionate artist or the savvy, profit-driven business owner. This creates a psychological wall. On one side, there's the creator you, the one who lives for the craft, the flow state, the magic of making something new. On the other, there's the CEO you, the one who has to think about invoices, profit margins, and taxes. And we've been taught to resent that CEO. We tell ourselves that focusing on money will somehow corrupt our creativity, that it's a necessary evil at best. This is the silent habit. We neglect the business because we feel it taints the art. The result? We don't track our numbers. We guess at our pricing. We undercharge for our time and genius because we've separated its creative value from its monetary worth. We treat the financial health of our business as an afterthought, not as the very foundation that allows our creativity to thrive. It's a slow, quiet form of self-sabotage born from a false choice. So how do we finally tear down that wall and heal this internal conflict? What if the most revered creators in history understood a simple truth that allowed them to be both brilliant artists and wealthy entrepreneurs, without sacrificing an ounce of their integrity? That simple truth is the timeless principle of asterisk value exchange. This isn't a complex economic theory, it's the most human, fundamental agreement in the world. At its heart, it's this. Commerce is not about taking, it's about a mutual, respectful trade. It is the understanding that the skill, vision, and soul you pour into your work creates something that is worth more to someone else than the money they are holding. They are not just buying your time or your materials. They are investing in a transformation, a solution, or an emotion that only you can provide. Think about it. When a client hires you to design their brand, they aren't buying a logo file. They are buying a future where they feel confident, attract their dream customers, and build a lasting legacy. When someone commissions a piece of music from you, they aren't just buying an audio track. They are buying the perfect atmosphere for their film, the emotional crescendo that makes an audience weep. When you see your work through this lens, money stops being a dirty word. It is no longer the enemy of your art. It simply becomes the universal symbol for appreciation. It is the applause. It is the clean, respectful signal that the value you created was successfully received. It's the energy that flows back to you, allowing you to replenish your own resources so you can show up and create again tomorrow. This isn't selling out. It's creating a sustainable cycle that honors both your craft and your livelihood. Ignoring this principle is why so many creative businesses fail. We give and we give, but we hesitate to ask for a fair exchange, because we've been told that asking taints the gift. The reality is the opposite. A lopsided exchange leads to burnout and resentment, and it slowly suffocates the very creativity it's meant to protect. Honoring the value exchange is the ultimate act of self-respect for you as a professional, but I know this can still feel a bit abstract. To make this principle tangible, let's use an analogy from a world we all understand, a place where this exchange happens every single day. Think of a musician creating a song. The initial spark, the melody, the lyrics, that's the pure, raw creation. But is the work done? Of course not. Now comes the mixing and mastering process. This is a technical, disciplined craft. You're adjusting levels, EQing frequencies, and adding compression. You are making deliberate choices to ensure that the emotion you poured into the song can be clearly heard and felt by the listener. No musician would ever say, "Oh, mixing is just for business people. It corrupts the soul of my music." That's absurd. They know that a brilliant song with a muddy mix will never connect with an audience. The mix doesn't betray the art. It serves the art. It's the final act of respect for the work, ensuring its value is delivered perfectly. Your finances are your mix. Tracking your income, understanding your profit margins, and setting intentional prices. These aren't soulless corporate tasks. They are the essential acts of mastering your business so that the value of your creative work isn't lost in the noise of financial chaos. It ensures your art and you can be sustained. The real question, then, isn't about learning a new spreadsheet formula. It's about how we fundamentally change our perception of what it means to be a professional creator. This change begins by consciously retiring an old, worn-out identity, the artist who runs a business. That frame of mind positions your business as an inconvenient attachment, a chore you have to do till the real work is done. It sets you up for resentment. Instead, I want you to step into a new, more powerful role: the creative professional. A creative professional understands that the business isn't separate from the art. It is the vessel that holds and protects the art. It's the structure that allows your talent not just to survive, but to flourish and grow for years to come. This isn't about trading your sketchbook for a spreadsheet. It's about embracing a mindset of stewardship. You are the sole guardian of your creative gift. Being a professional means you proactively build a sustainable home for that gift, one with strong financial walls and a solid foundation, instead of just hoping it survives out in the open, exposed to the elements of financial uncertainty. It's the difference between being a passenger in your career and being the architect of it. So, the shift is simple but profound. From a reactive artist to a proactive steward of your own value. It's about making a choice to honor your craft by building an equally beautiful business around it. Let's bring this all together and outline the blueprint for how you can start today. So the blueprint is beautifully simple. It isn't about becoming a different person. It's about integrating the two halves of who you already are. The silent enemy is the belief that your inner artist and your inner CEO must be at war. The path forward is to become the creative professional, the steward who understands that a well-run business doesn't corrupt the art, it protects it for the long run. It's the final, crucial mix that ensures your work is truly heard. This is the beginning of a profound shift. So I have a question for you. What is one small belief about money or business you are willing to let go of after watching this? Share it down in the comments. Declaring it is a powerful first step. And if you're ready to build on this new foundation, subscribe and join our community. We're going to be laying down this blueprint, piece by piece, together.